Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shah, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shah, Brakatah Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah HaKwadash. Double honors and the elders and apostles for GMS with 100% doctrine. And shalom to the whole field that's scattered on the four corners of the earth. That's also pushing this 100% doctrine to you. I want to say shalom. This is Brother in the car. Come back with another edifying lesson. Lord willing. And I kind of meditated it, Salakia. I kind of meditated on this throughout the day when I was at work. How, like, our people, man, Jake is too comfortable, too pride in captivity, man. Like, you just be hearing shit, people just boasting about their lives or what they gonna do next weekend. And next month they got vacations planned and shit like that. And I just be like, I'm quiet, but I just be looking with a side of mind like, you just don't get it. You see what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying that, you can't enjoy yourself, but you're not supposed to. It's supposed to be punishment, you see what I'm saying? But I went to the word comfortable, because Jake is so comfortable in etymology online. And we got comfortable, affording mental and spiritually comfort. Do you not know in Job chapter 9, verse 24, it said, the hands is given to the world, the world is given to the hands of the wicked. So how can you even afford to have mental and spiritual comfort? Because these damn devils is working overtime, triple time, to come destroy us, man. Let's move on. From the Angelo French or Old French, comfortable, comforting, pleasant, agreeable, from comforter, T comfort, Solan, see comfort. Also seeing able, meaning cheering cheerfully, is from the 1400 meaning offering physical comfort, is attesting from 1769 that of in a state of tranquil enjoyment. It's from 1770. So that is our people, They are very comfortable and they don't know what to come. And this devil, man, I'm saying, bro, it's like so many robots and new implants coming out, and then, how people going to fall victim to it and take it, because right now they don't understand that they're in captivity and that we're preaching the good news. Like, they don't really give a fuck at this point. They never gave a fuck, so they was always rebellious and stuff naked. So I also want to go to pride. Because that's what our people are. They're very prideful. So let's go to prideful. Full of pride, arrogant, insolent, scornful. I think that's all. Yeah, so that's what our people are. They full of pride and arrogant. You can't tell them nothing, man. They think they got it all made it out. So I got some scriptures I want to touch on. First, I want to touch on, we was kicked out. We understand the curses of Deuteronomy. We was kicked out of the land, but I did want to touch on 1 Kings, chapter 9, 6 through 9. But if ye shall all turn away from following me, which is the Heavenly Father Yahweh, ye or your children will not keep my commandments and my statutes, which I have set before you, but go serve other gods and worship them, then I will cut off Israel out of the land, which is what happened, was just Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64, which I have given them, and this house which I have hallowed for my name, I will cast out of my sight. And Israel should be a proverb and a byword among all people. Or, like I already said, what we call all types of names, so-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, and so-called Native Americans. All types of names and jokes. Then, and at this house, which is high, everyone that passeth it should be acknowledged and shall hiss, and they should say, why have the Lord Yahweh shall done this to this land and to this house? So that's what the small has. They're at the whole land right now, and people don't realize they are not the real Hebrew Israelites. You see what I'm saying? and shall answer, because they forsake the Lord Yahweh Yahushua, their power, who brought forth their fathers of the land of Egypt, and have taken upon other gods and worshipped them, and served them. Therefore the Lord Yahweh Yahushua brought upon them all this evil. So that's what happened. We underneath the curses. You see what I'm saying? Like, even starting with, even back then, starting with our kings. Our kings, we used to go, I'm going to go to that chart and show you. I just want to touch on the curses first, and then I'm going to get on, this is not our rest. So we got Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken to my voice of the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, their power to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all curses should come upon thee and overtake thee. Now, I ain't going to read all the curses, but you should see. You go check it out for yourself, because the curses, everybody know about the curses, But yeah. It's Deuteronomy chapter 28, 15 on down to 68. You see what I'm saying? So yeah. So that's what so we were sent over here for punishment. We were scattered for punishment. But when people don't know the history, this is the chart I want to show you. Where is it at? This chart. I'm just zooming in. So we got all the kings who did evil. Right here you see you got King Saul. He did evil. Ishbosheth, son that was unknown. You got King David, which did right. You got King Solomon, who did right in his youth. You got evil in old age. Then after Rehoboam, I believe that's when the kingdoms got split. From the northern and southern kingdom after them. Really, mainly after the king, the kingdom was divided during the original. David was king over the tribe of Judah. Yeah, so it really got split around that time into two different nations. But you see for yourself the different type of kingdoms. Right here, you could probably screenshot it or stop it. Right here, and it's off Google. Just typing this. So even starting with that king, they was worshiping false idols and going off. So that's why I said today, I always think about, people, they just don't understand the history. Because like they always say, you have to understand the history to know what really happened. So we got Micah chapter 2, verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted, and shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. So everything is polluted in this world, from the water to the food, to the chemtrails in the air. Even our fucking woman is polluted, man. Women are polluted as fuck. Look at them. They are civilized hypersexuals. That's how the world looks at the so-called black woman. Is a hypersexual. Even Latino women. When you see a Latino, what do you think about? Big lips, big titties, small waist, big ass, which we love, but all our women are hypersexuals. It's like they're freaks. They have no respect. They're buck wild, and yes, some of them are really buck wild, but shit, you can't say some. All of them, shit, man. It's barely any righteous woman out there. We ain't talking about the sisters that's in the truth and faith, but they understand where we're coming from with standpoint. So yes, like, how can people just sit here and just accept this world for what it is? Not to go into a rant, but it kind of gets annoying. Like, man, like, you motherfuckers just don't know that it's something better in righteousness. But the reason why they accept this land so much, because they could do whatever. They don't gotta follow the laws and the commandments. See, Our people, even to the soft ass men, they don't like taking order. So this is why they want to keep this life going on. They want to eat whatever they want. They want to commit adultery. They want to rob. They want to steal. They want to keep smoking, vaping, selling drugs. They want to keep doing that. That's why, because, our people ain't stupid. They're very intelligent. They hear the good news we preaching. It's okay. That's good. And all of a sudden, you hit them with the laws and statutes and commandments. You want to keep it to the best of your ability. They bug the fuck out. Because they know they're going off. And that reminds me of that scripture, Hebrews 4:12. Because that's why we go out here and make these videos on how was a hedger and tell them about their sins. And also Isaiah 58 verse 1. I don't go to the bullet. I hate when that shit don't pop up. My damn notes. So I'm going to start with Hebrews chapter 4. I'm going to start at 11. Let us labor therefore to enter into the rest, lest any man fall after the same example of unbelief. For the word of the Most High is quick and powerful and sharper than a two-edged sword, piercing even the dividing asunder of the soul and spirit and the joints and marrow. It is a discerner and thoughts and intents of the heart. So so when we preaching the good news, we start with the bitter stuff, the stuff that people don't want to hear. The smooth things. You're a Hebrew Israelite. You're gonna be we co-heirs to Yahweh Shai. Gonna be in rulership. No, we want to start with the bitter. That's why the Most High Yahweh Shai said we are testers of men. So you see, testers of men. Where's that at? Salakia. I'm gonna find that. I had that in my title. They were testers of metals. So we got Jeremiah chapter 6, 27 through 30. Jeremiah, I have made you a tester of metals, that you may determine the quality of my people. They are the worst kind of rebel, full of slander. They're as hard as bronze and iron, and they lead others into corruption. The billows fiercely fan the flame to burn out the corruption, but it does not purify them from the wickedness remains. I will label them as reject silver, for I am the Lord Yahweh Shai, am discerning them. So we are testers of men. That's why we say things like that first. You out there to tell them who the oppressor is, and they get fucked up over fucking Esau, man. When you tell them the wicked is Esau. So that's what the thing. That's what we did. We did to do. I wanna, especially when I go out there. I like to preach the bitter things first. Like, you ain't supposed to be with another woman. You ain't supposed to eat that. You can't do this. You can't do that. Because it's the people reaction like, what? They start bugging out. We got Isaiah 51, and we don't hold back at all. Cry loud and spare none. Lift up that voice like a trumpet and show my people their transgressions of the house of Jacob, their sins. So what is sin? Transgression of the law. Now we know we ain't gonna be saved by the law. We're gonna be saved through Yahweh Shai, because he's the number one law. Believing in Yahweh Shai. But if you believe in Yahweh Shai, you will try your best to walk in His ways and keep the commandments and laws to the best of your ability. You won't just be out here, well, shit, I got grace and I believe in Yahweh Shai. Let me go ahead and eat this pork, or let me go ahead and rob this person. No, you wouldn't do that. You would try to be sinless as possible. You see what I'm saying? Because, the flesh is always contradicts the spirit. I'm looking for spirit. I'm just up in flesh. I can't even think. So we all sing on the conflict between the nature, flesh, and the spirit. So we got Romans chapter 7, 14 through 15. For we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, sold under sin. For that which I do, I allow not. For what I would that do, I'm start over. For that which I do, I allow not. For what I would that do, I not. But what I hate, that do I. Even we got Romans chapter 7, verse 16. Even then I do that which I would not. I consent unto the law that is good. I'm gonna go to the NLT version, and I'm gonna go to the NLT version with that. But it's basically saying, you have to resist the flesh, because what the flesh want all the time, you have to fight it. That's the main thing. Because we know we're not gonna. We know we can't do this by ourselves. We gotta. When we do go off, you need to pray and ask for forgiveness. You see what I'm saying? Because you're going to go off. You're going to be like, man, like, I tried. Like, you're going to be beating yourself up about it and everything. Ask for forgiveness. I know Salakia. You put these Spirit Romans. Plugging out. So I'm going to go to NLT version and read that. We had 7. What was it? 14 to 15. And it says, struggling with sin. So we got Romans chapter 7, verse 14. So the trouble is not with the law, for it is spiritually and good. The trouble is with me, for I am all too human to slave to sin. I don't really understand myself, for I want to do what is right, but I don't do it. Instead, I do what I hate. But if I know that what I'm doing, this is wrong, this shows that I agree that the law is good. So I'm not the one doing wrong. It is a sin living in me that does it. And I know nothing good lives in me, that is in my sinful nature. I want to do what is right, but I can't. So yeah, so the Most High, the Heavenly Father, He knows that. He knows what you control and what you can't control, because you fight against this flesh every single time. You see what I'm saying? And I might make a whole new separate video on that, because it goes deeper in that, man. So yeah, that's why He knows. So you want to depend on the Heavenly Father for forgiveness and mercy, and ask, can He make it better? Because coming to this thing, it'd be hard, to let go of some of the things you did in the worldly things, type of foods, stuff you used to do. But hey, you gotta let it go. You gotta pray on it. So that's one thing that our people they let the flesh take over fully. That's what they do. They don't even try to take over. Fight against the flesh. So we got 2nd Ezra chapter 16, and I'm gonna just keep going over it down. I ain't read all this. I'm gonna stop probably somewhere. So, woe is me who would deliver me in those days. So the days to come, with the Jacob's trouble, World War 3 coming ahead, even the mark of the beast. You want to fight the hour of temptations. And beginning of sorrows and great mournings, and beginning of famine and great death, and beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when this evil shall come? Behold, the famines and plagues and tribulation and anguish are sent as scars for amendment. So like I said in the beginning of the video, our people are too comfortable. Like we went to the word, was comfortable. It means spiritually comfort and physically comfort. I know stuff is going to get very uncomfortable. Or I say make the uncomfortable comfortable, because it's going to get really, really uncomfortable when this stuff happens. Especially, for us, men in the Lord, the hopeful elect. We already know what's to come. So that's what we're getting spiritually built up right now. So we got 2nd Ezra 16, verse 20. But all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful or discouraged. Behold, the vows should be so cheap upon the earth, that they should think themselves to be in good case. even now shall evils grow, and upon the earth a sword of famine and great confusions. So yeah. So I'm gonna go to that word victiles. Victiles. I understand. It's basically like a saying like if the car could be so cheap that you can buy it. It'll be cheap stuff. That's what I'm meaning. So yeah, food or provisions. And that time is coming up right now. We in inflations, but when stuff get hard and stuff get bad, hey, that's what happen. So cars and shit gonna be so damn cheap. You be like, damn, what's going on? Well, if it's still around, because I don't know. All these damn robots and missiles they made building, it's no telling. Moving on. So 2nd Ezra 16, verse 22. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and others that escape hunger shall the sword destroy. And the dead shall be cast out as a dug, and there shall be no more man to comfort them, from the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. So this is what's coming in the future prophecy. And our people, like I said, they're very proud, they're comfortable, they're both for scoffers, and they don't want to hear anything. They don't want to hear this type of news, the bitter part of the book of the Bible. They don't want to hear because they want to live on. Like, before I was in the truth, they always preach generational wealth, brother. You want to grind hard in this life and generational wealth. And this is like a couple years ago. Now I'm looking like this world's going to pass away. This era is going to pass away. You see what I'm saying? But when you go into like the books of second entries and limitations, they don't want to hear all this. You know, especially you go to Revelation, they just want to blot it out. Because people, they don't want to accept what's coming. So I say, Drake is too comfortable. It's too comfortable in captivity. I'll probably read 2 more. I'm going to close it out. This is supposed to be a quick lesson. And we got 2nd Ezra 24, verse 24, Salakia. There should be no man left to the earth and to sow it. The trees should give fruit, and who shall gather them? So yeah, you already know this place, America, is going to be so desolate after the nuclear war has hit this place. Because Yahweh Shai only saving his elect. He's not saving the whole nation of Israel. You see what I'm saying? People thinking, oh, I'm a Hebrew Israelite, so I'm going to be saved. No, you have to, there's many more steps into that. You see what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. People are crazy, man. I think that's good right now. I'm going to close it out. Hope you find this lesson edifying. You got something from it. And I want to give all glory praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Shalom.